What if you could turn any blank room into a pro-grade studio? Welcome to day one of our build-out. We're standing in the bare shell of the new control room. There's no acoustic treatment yet, so you'll hear that echo in my voice. We're here at the site of the new studio. The crew has just finished laying these fresh tiles over the old floor. Check out that trim waiting to go. And tomorrow they'll remove the ceiling fan to make room for the joists. Those will hold the full floating acoustic cloud ceiling that's going into this beautiful space. We got the air conditioner here, split unit. We're building 2 false hallways, one on each side, so the panels will entirely envelop this 6x4 meter space with about 1 meter of breathing room on each side. Then we'll span 2x4s across to hang the modular compressed fiberglass cloud panels. For a bit of nostalgia, I've stashed all my old gear in my son's room. This tiny 4x4.5 meter box where we shot every YouTube video for the last 5 years. It's bittersweet, but the new room is way bigger. I can't wait to make more music and more memories in here. Next up, removing that fan and building the cloud frame. Before we pack up, here's a peek at my old studio at my family's house. I spent countless nights crafting tracks in that panel-lined room. It's warm, cozy, and full of memories, but the commute was brutal. Time to bring all that closer to home. With the new floor in place, it was time to say goodbye to the old control room and bring everything home. Here's that space one last time. Speakers, mics, panels, and gear all in its familiar place. Next up, extraction. We pulled every panel off the walls and ceiling, put all the gear onto the floor, and staged it along the perimeter. Disassembly took me about 3 hours solo, plus a 3-man crew to haul panels down 2 flights of stairs. We tried to keep the panels intact, but a few had to come apart to fit onto the truck. Once everything was stripped down, you could see the bare joists above. No more hiding the structure. That empty shell felt both liberating and a little bittersweet. Moving day was 2 vehicles, a half lorry, which is essentially a moving truck, and my sedan. We shuttled panels, stands, and gear across town, and we left a few pieces behind to grab later, but the bulk made it. Here in the new space, we dumped the gear and stacked the panels. I'll have to pull the wheels off next to make them fit since the ceiling here is lower. You'll see what I mean in the next clip. It's chaotic now, but this is what building looks like, piece by piece. Next, I'll put up the panels and frame the cloud ceiling. I took the wheels off most of the 2.5 meter wall panels. Removing those heavy casters was a pain. 17 panels, 6 wheels each, but it gave me the clearance I needed for this 2.65 meter ceiling. Here's half the wheels in a bag, 17 panels worth. I think I bought over 100 wheels. Oh well, behind that you see more of the old studio gear piled everywhere in my son's room. It's crazy but temporary, an organized mess in what used to be my son's room. And this isn't even all the gear. Next, I staged all the wall and ceiling panels against the side walls, getting ready for the build. You can see the 2.5 meter wall panels at their full height. A few of the green ones still need their wheels removed, but you get the idea. Every panel's lined up and waiting for the ceiling to go up. Not everything survived the haul. This panel ripped open, exposing the dangerous compressed fiberglass beneath because the contractor left those metal brackets sticking out. I told him to come back and staple it, but he never showed. Now I get to buy a hand stapler and rewrap a few panels myself. Back to the build, I began installing the wall panels. Black panels on the left side, green on the right. Originally, I planned for 1 meter hallways on both sides for symmetry. But then I learned that with full 6-inch wall and 3-inch ceiling treatment, off-centering doesn't hurt acoustics. There's a ton of absorption in this room. So I pushed the padded cell hard against the left wall, leaving just enough room for power access. This frees up nearly 2 meters on the right for a vocal booth or editing table space or gear storage. Now check out the white ceiling traps above. Look how snug it is. Just a few centimeters to spare. I drilled 4-centimeter holes in the ceiling panels to lighten the load, boost absorption, and add subtle diffusion. You can still spot their faint outlines. Brutally hard work, but so worth it. While I recover from the transport and initial construction, here's my makeshift podcast setup. Mixer, laptop, camera rig, softbox, curtains down for extra damping,
The acoustics are already surprisingly tight, even with the room not even half built. The show went on even mid-build. Now look at this, 2 solid sidewalls, 2 rows of ceiling clouds up, and our first peek at the front wall panels in place. One panel still needs repair for the front wall, but the structure is rock solid. Next up, more framing, lights, and wiring.